WNTN Radio Boston. Welcome back to my show. This is your host, Viviana Dragani. And today, my guest is via Skype from New Zealand. He's a recording artist, singer-songwriter, performer, and guitarist, Steve Edwards. Hi, welcome.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well. Bit early for a musician, but I'm fine, thank you.
I know, it's early. So, first and foremost, let's talk about your background and what got you into music.
Well, I was brought up in a small town in New Zealand, and I came from a very non-musical family. But I was always able to sing, and always had a voice. And yeah, from a very early age, I was in theatre productions at school, and I'd always had a passion. I don't know where it came from, but I always had a passion for music and singing. And when I was 19, I had left to go to England and started my musical journey over there, really. And yeah, it's been a long progression since then. But yeah, I've always been inspired by songs, by good songwriters, and like I said, I've always had a voice. And from when I could play a few chords on the guitar, I found out that I could write some songs as well, which is a nice bonus.
Thank you. And how would you describe the music that you typically create?
I mean, I don't normally describe it, but if I had to, look, it's just written on the acoustic guitar, and I like to think it's honest music. It's written about real things, real emotions, and it comes from an honest place, and hopefully people can hear that when they listen.
Okay. And now tell us about your latest single, Happy Sad, from the album Born.
Yeah, Happy Sad is a slightly older song, which we re-recorded about 18 months ago. It's, it was written, I don't like to analyze lyrics too much, so I don't want to ruin it for people that are listening to it, but it was written, I remember just phoning up an ex-girlfriend many years ago, and it was pretty raw, and just asking her how she felt, and she just used the phrase, I feel happy sad. And it was kind of exactly how I was feeling as well. And I think anybody that's been through a breakup can appreciate that whilst you might be in one sense happy that you're moving on, and maybe it was a good thing that the relationship ended, but at the same time it's generally always pretty sad when someone exits your life, so, and that's basically the sentiment of what the song was written about.
Right. And what is your creating process like?
I pick up the guitar most days. It's like going fishing, I sometimes am inspired and something can come out of me very quickly. Other times it doesn't. So it's just a matter of picking up the guitar, pick up the guitar and keep fishing. And sometimes you catch something and sometimes you don't. But for me, that's the process. I don't try to overanalyze it. Songwriting is an extremely strange thing. You can pick up the guitar for 5 days in a row and nothing will happen. On the sixth day, something does, playing the same chords. So it's really, I'm very lucky that I'm able to do it. I don't know where the gift came from, but my process is just keep picking up the guitar and keep writing.
Thank you, Steve. And if you could go open a show for any artist, who would it be and why?
At the moment, it would be a guy called Passenger, who's an Australian artist.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just very aligned with me musically, and he's got a good fan base, and he's touring all over the world. So I'd like to open for him. I think our music would align pretty well.
Okay. And where have you performed? Sorry?
I wouldn't turn down Ed Sheeran either. Just because he's stadiums of people. So anybody with a big audience where the music aligns, I'd be down for it.
Okay. And where have you performed so far? And what is your dream venue?
I've done a lot of venues in New Zealand. I haven't played in England for a while. Two of my dream venues would be Madison Square Garden and in New York, and probably the Royal Albert Hall in London.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
they're venues, but they're just beautiful venues. And I would love to play. Well, Madison Square Garden is pretty big, but yeah. And obviously, closer to home, which is just up the road from me, I'm about a 5-minute walk from Spark Arena in Auckland. If I ever played there, that would be a pretty cool homecoming as well.
Good. And where can our listeners listen to your music?
So it's on all the main platforms, Apple Music. You can go onto Spotify. The album's released now. The single, I think the video is coming out very soon, so you can check that out on YouTube in the next day or two. You can check me out on Instagram, SteveEdwards_music. We normally have all the updates on there as well.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem. Nice talking to you. All the best.
Thank you.